Hey there, Soul Shines. It's Michelle here, and it's Mystery Yarn Challenge Reveal. I have to say, I don't know what it is about this month. It has been a bit of a challenge for me. Not to come up with something, but to be motivated to work on it. That was really weird because I actually thought I would like the yarn, and then I started working with it, and honestly, I'm not in love with the yarn. Which was an interesting find. But, so I was making a shawl from Crystal Bago de Crochet, and I'm still deciding what I'm going to do about that shawl, if I'm going to finish it or not. But I decided to take apart one of the cakes and make something. So I utilized colors from the yarn cake, and then, yeah, I don't know. I'm not as in love with it this time. I came up with my own pattern, and it definitely needs some work. I think I changed hook size partway through, so oops on that one. And, yeah, it's cute. I have to admit it's cute. I'm just not as in love with it. So I apologize for the lack of enthusiasm today. I'm not loving this one. But I did make it, and I'm going to give it to my daughter. So here it is. I made a butterfly. The wings and the body come from part of the cake. And the wings are not the same size. The only thing I could figure that I did was change hook size somewhere along the way, which is possible because I did put it down after doing one wing, and I'd started the second wing. So one wing is smaller than the other, but that's okay. It's got a little peak out here at the top, and I don't know with it being 100% acrylic, how well I could block it to make the wings stand out a little bit, because I think I would like it better if the wings actually stand. And its face almost looks evil. I used the white. I had gotten a white yarn, and I just used a tiny bit of the white to make it have a face and everything. So yeah, not my finest work, but not the worst thing I've ever made. My worst thing, well, not necessarily my worst thing, but one of the first things I did is my grandma taught me how to crochet when I was little. And so I made an Afghan for my Barbies. But, like, part of it is this wide, and the other part of it is this wide. So, like, had a major gauge change halfway up. So that's probably my worst thing I've ever made. I've definitely come a long way. I don't have an even gauge unless I switch hooks without knowing it and end up with two different wing sizes. So anyway, so that's it. That's what I've made, guys, for the Mystery Yarn Challenge. And like I said, I'm working on a shawl. May finish it, may not. I'm not in love with it. I'm not in love with the yarn. I guess it's not the same kind of coarse harshness of a Red Heart Super Saver. I do not love those ones at all. It's not soft, but it's a little bit thinner. But it also seems to leave little fuzzies. I think they were trying to make it feel more like a wool or something. It doesn't have wool in it. But it's fascinating yarn. It's pretty colors. I do like the colors. So anyway, there's a little butterfly with kind of a mean face. But that's what I made. I am excited. Lori has started asking for people for August. August is her anniversary, so she wants it to be a big deal. So yeah, I have thought about how many times I made a gnome, I made a car, I've made a purse, I've made an octopus, and now I've made a butterfly. I'm excited to see what happens for August and what I can come up with, and I hope that it is something that I'm really happy about. I think, actually, let me tell you, I think part of it is making the octopus. I knew exactly who I was making an octopus for, so there was that excitement about, I'm going to give this to my daughter or my granddaughter. And then making the cars, like, I'm making this for my grandson, I'm going to give it to my grandson. So, like, there was kind of that I'm making it for somebody, it's a gift. And for my daughter, that's what the bag that I made a few months back was for my daughter. And so there was that, like, excited to make her a bag. And then the first one I was doing, participating in Gnome of the Year or something like that. And it was the gnome I was making for myself, and I was really excited to make yet another gnome. And this one was like kind of more creative because it had crochet and knit, and it was really fun to, I had different size yarns, and it was really fun to come up with how was I going to use all of the yarns in one project when they had different yarn sizes and stuff. So that one was really fun. And this one I just didn't have like a person to make it for. It was just kind of the challenge, but I didn't have that extra little, like, I need to make a present for somebody little thing to it. So I think maybe if I would have been thinking along that lines and been like, what can I make for my granddaughter with this yarn, or what can I make for my other daughter with this yarn, or something like that, I think I would have had a lot more oomph to and more excitement about it. So I'm going to keep that in mind in August, and whatever I get, I'm going to try and come up with something that could be for, like a gift for somebody. See if that helps me, because I really think that would have made a difference, because this one, it's like so I am going to give it to my daughter. She was the one that said I could make a butterfly, so I made a butterfly. She hasn't seen it yet, so I'll give it to her. Anyway, remember to let your light shine through your creations, whatever they may be and how creepy they look, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!